Hello and welcome, and today on this little recorded interlude I'm going to quickly go around the entirety of the map and try to find the 10 more radios that we need to find, just so we can get that done, because after we finish the game I don't really want to just do a little traversal and radio fetch quest. I feel like we should end it with the finale, so I'm gonna do that in between, but this would be a very boring thing to do on stream, so I'm just gonna go to the bus stop and we're gonna start in Ocean City. I'm gonna cut this down so you only see it when I find them. If I find new locations by, you know, traversing the map, I'm gonna look at that next time I stream. Alright, see you at the next radio. And of course, I nearly forgot about that, but yes, we have a radio at home. So let's use Rufus's gadget. You tune the radio to WGCR and hold Rufus's gadget up to it. The thing clicks a few times and the little needle goes up to 2. Wonderful. There it is. In the cryptographer car, there's a radio. Let's use it. Okay, it's the same text. The needle goes up to 3. Then you restore the radio to the way you found it, making your mom proud. Wonderful. On to the next one. And there's another radio and also one of those shadow pockets. Let's reach inside this time. A shadow bomb, an orb of nothing with a short length of fuse attached. 13 damage to all enemies. Very good. Let's use the gadget. That's 4 now. Wonderful. Nothing as for flavor text, and let's move on then. There we have a small radio. Should do nicely, yes. Let's use the gadget. Set it back to what it was before. Wonderful. There's a radio. Wonderful. Let's use the gadget. Needle goes up to 6. And on to the next one. There it is. There's a radio. Wonderful. Let's tune it. There we go. Needle goes up to 7. And let's move on. There actually are ones in Hilbert House. Wonderful stuff. Let's use the gadget. Let's tune it. Can we find more? There's another one. Some weird hurdy-gurdy music is playing from this radio. You've already used Rufus's receiver on a radio in Hilbert House. Okay, so that answers my question. We can't just grind them up in Hilbert House. Let's move on then. There it is. There it is. Let's use the gadget. Needle goes up to 9. Wonderful stuff. And let's move on. There is a radio in the tunnels. Right outside of his office. He could have done that himself, couldn't he? Let's use it. Needle goes up to 10. Well, wonderful. Just one left. Just one left. See you there. And here it is. That should be the last radio, right? Let's use the gadget. Yes, there it is. There it is. The needle goes up to 11. And with that, the questline should be completed. So at least we've done that. I haven't stumbled across any new locations on my travels. Just some random encounters. Got some experience, you know, that sort of thing. Nothing really special. So now let's go back to Rufus. And there we are, at Rufus's place. What does he have to say? Hello again. Let's give him the receiver. Here's your receiver thingy. I hope it got enough clicks and bloops for you. Thanks. I'll give you a ring when I finish doing the math. Alright then. Has he done it? Oh, hello again. I'm still running the numbers and all this radio data. Check back with me later, okay? Can we go to sleep? And just, you know, do that the next day or something? I'll try. We could do stuff like that in West of Loathing, so maybe we can do that here too? Wait, I think... Yeah, you wanted to talk. Yeah, let's talk to you. Jay, I need to take off for a bit. I've got an errand I need to run. Oh, anything I can help with? Nah, Dad left me a message saying he got everything moved out of our old house, but he couldn't work out the lock on my bedroom door. He probably didn't find my tool safe either, so I just have to go grab the last of my stuff. Okay, Sure. Alright, then that's gonna be in the recorded part, sure. Companion vignette. You grab a bus down the road to Dad's farm, a Moby storm is brewing outside, and by the time you arrive, it's malformed into a total hungus downpour. Even just the sprint from the road to the house ends with you soaking wet and gritching. At least, Dad remembered to leave the key under the mat for you, although he didn't leave any towels. Phew. There we are. Is that gonna be useful later? Yes, it's Chekhov's varmint rifle, let's take it. Oh, he didn't take it because it's bolted to the wall with 7 Imperial millimeter heptagon screws. Unscrew it. You don't have a 7 Imperial millimeter heptagon driver handy. Lose. Shame. The storm is raging outside. Right. Dad must have taken the bathroom with him when he moved. Sure he has. Clickety clack. Too easy. Let's go in. This crate must have been delivered after I moved out. You're gonna need a crowbar to hack this crate. Units? It's my old unit conversion poster. I wish I hadn't epoxied it to the wall. It's nice to see your little workspace again, nostalgic. You pack your old tools into a canvas rucksack, then you sort out which bits of junk are parts and which are just actual junk, and dump both piles into the rucksack as well. Look, you never know. Okay? Let's search the nightstand. A handful of washes, a busted and half-scavenged pocket watch, and a dried out pen. Nothing worth taking. See you around, old bed. Thanks for your support. Right, no crowbar. I wonder what it's like to live in a house where the kitchen is a separate room. I was terrified of this room as a kid, and I still am. Those dust devils are no joke. Yeah, let's go outside. Okay, what do we have here? This is a painting of a bunch of tools, which you hung here to conceal your secret tool safe. There we go. Let's open it. Ah, crap, you forgot the combination. Congratulations on a real cretinous loss, Simone. This old tub still has some water in it. You are never sure what this haystack was for, considering that you didn't keep any animals. Wonder if that needle you hid in it is still there. Let's look for it. Yes, we got a needle from a haystack. Now that's nostalgic. Ah. Hey, your old crowbar. It must have fallen behind the welding bench. Guess Dad didn't notice it. Let's grab it. Farmbot? What kind of monster could have done this to you? Salvage some parts for Clarence. Simone's robot friend Clarence gets more powerful. Can't climb up there. That's okay. Back to the house. Alright. We don't have the screwdriver. Do we have the combination in this box? The crowbar is too greasy to use. Can we wash the crowbar here? No? What do we do with the crowbar? The dust devil is dead. I took care of it, so we can't do anything here. Talk to Clarence. Ask Clarence about the save combination. Beep boop boop beep bleep. Hey Clarence, do you remember the combo to my tool save? Oh yeah, thanks. Well, okay, that was easy. Yeah, let's go. Thank you, Clarence, for that. Let's open it. There we go. Whoa, let's look in the safe. Looks like you took all your important tools to school with you. There's just an old grindstone in here. A grindstone, okay. Ah, we can clean off the greasy crowbar. We've got a clean crowbar. Ah, sorry, I forgot to read that. My bad. I wasn't expecting something like this to come along in this recording. But I want to finish the Rufus quest and yeah, I think we should do that first. Now we can open this. You got a set of heptagon drivers. Wonderful, wonderful. Now let's unscrew the rifle, let's take it. Oh, he didn't take it because it's bolted. Yeah, unscrew it. Oh bogus, these drivers are in metric inches and you've totally forgotten the conversion. Let's look at the chart. And also you can trial and error that, right? Look up metric inches to imperial millimeters. Okay, 1 imperial millimeter is 0.170111 metric inches. Got it. And now we should be able to do that. Let's take it, unscrew it. The closest driver you've got is still a little too big for these screws. Total rubbish. Why did you even order these? Okay, let's talk to Clarence again. Do you have anything for me? How you doing? Bleep bloop, bleep boop, beep. That's all, Clarence. So, we can't take that. We can't get in there. We have a needle now and some screwdrivers. Let's look in. Hey, maybe you could use this grindstone to tool your heptagon driver down to a smaller diameter? Sure. Okay. There we go. Now that's gonna work. Let's take it, unscrew it. Got it, finally. Some well-deserved winnage. Simone learns a new skill. Chekhov's gun. Hell yeah. Okay. Anything else we need? We have opened that. We don't really need this. I think all ends are tied up. So let's head back. Oh hey Simone, get everything you needed from your old place? Yep, and an unexpected bonus win as well. Oh yeah, I thought that rifle looked a little familiar. We don't get a lot of varmints on campus, but hey, you never know. Let's continue onwards. Well, let's see, can we go to bed or something? To pass the time? No, we cannot. A fresh briefcase sits atop the nightstand along with a fresh note. The note reads, Jay, congratulations on your successful shakedown. You will be contactinated with another request in due time. Don Toblerone, briefcase full of meat. Nice, let's open that up real quick. There we go, 400. Very good to see. But we cannot get anything from Rufus at this point. SIT campus. Rufus's lab. Punch them up, sure. Is he done? Oh, still running the numbers on this radio data. Is there a way to just pass time? I'm gonna look around and see if I find something. Well, I didn't find anything in regards to skipping time or anything like that. But yeah, at least we finished the quest, I guess. So it's something. And we've got Chekhov's gun. But yeah, I'll now hand you over to the live stream version of me. Goodbye! Hello and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. Today we're probably going to finish the game. Now off stream I tried to finish the Rufus side quest with the radios, but he needs time to work on that stuff and I can't go to sleep because it's the last day. So I guess that's not gonna come to fruition in this playthrough. Now we could pay him a visit just to check on him. I think I'll just do that real quick. Let's see. SIT Campus Porcam. I mean, I doubt this is gonna get us anywhere, right? In an alley between two campus buildings, you find a daisy growing out of a pile of discarded coffee grounds. Collect some pollen. Energizing powder ×2, 5 XP. Wonderful. Right, you're not done yet, are you? No, I would have to sleep probably, but last day and all, so not happening. Sorry. Instead, we're just gonna go to Government Valley again, and we're gonna continue with the story. And if this is going to be a short stream, then so be it. So one of the towers was at the telephony facility, I think. In a cracked concrete planter in front of a once great edifice, a sad little plant is breathing its last. Let's take the breath. You carefully collect the sad, creepy little wisp of oxygen. Eldritch mist. Great. Right, there it is. Let's approach it. The strange metal pillar thrums, fulfilling its terrible, terrible purpose. If you're totally out of ideas, here's a really terrible one on the house. You could just try punching it with your fists until it stops working. I mean, we can try that. Are you sure it might work, but your hands won't anymore? Sure. Earth. You give the pillars a few exploratory punches. It hurts like hell, but against all odds, it does seem to have done some damage to the pillars as well. Cracked knuckles finished the job. Like, my guess is that some side quests would have helped me get that done without debuffing myself. I mean, maybe Rufus, but I'm not sure, and I don't think I'm gonna get all that stuff done, especially Rufus's things with, you know, him wanting me to wait, but I can't, you know, sleep and pass to the next day. So let's instead go to where was it? Where was it? Was it Vista Hill? Oh god, oh geez, it's another one of those hovering tumor clusters. I mean, looking at it is bad enough, but fighting it? You might have to hit it with a melee attack. Even if you win, it'll probably pop and get juice everywhere. Some might get in your mouth. Let's fight. Ugh. They really are gross, aren't they? Of course, first things first, let's spice them all. Very good. You are... oh, you're gonna do a lot of damage, okay. Can I get you out? You have... oh, you have 18 left, you have 7. I can only hit you for 6. Okay. I can't take you out, and you also have 1 HP too many. I can take you out. And I can take you out. You're gonna boost? Sure. And now let's cook you too. Alrighty, and then before you poison us all for 11, I'm just gonna mow the shadow-tainted flesh polyp, which is just a horrible combination of words. Oh right, yeah. Chekhov's rifle will shoot a shadow prism for 5 physical damage. Ah, yeah, they can't take more than 5 physical damage, so the true power of that weapon, well, will reveal itself later, I suppose. Oh, I clicked the wrong one, my bad. It doesn't matter. All they can do is buff themselves anyways. There we go. Splatter. Right, so you're left with 1 HP, but that's gonna be gone soon too. Mow you down. Oh, you're not dead. Doesn't really matter. Zap. I mean, even if I did nothing, they couldn't have done anything. You won. Who says there's no cure for cancer? 23 XP. Was that the right one? Yes. Let's approach it. The strange metal pillar thrums, fulfilling its terrible, terrible purpose. Punching the last pillar worked, but now your knuckles are broken. Rather than bang your head against the problem metaphorically, you could try it in a more literal and physical way. Okay, so doing that without the things that solve it for us just gives us, I assume, a debuff in 3 of the stats. This one, my guess, would be Mysticality. But yeah, let's do that. On second thought, that seems like it would be bad for your head. Are you sure? Yeah. The first impact makes the subsequent ones seem like less of a bad idea. Full body concussion, -1 Mysticality. You've damaged your brain to the point where you no longer know what part of your body it's in. Let's finish the job. And there we go. It crumbles. Excellent. Yeah, we have some bad effects now. But at least we have orb gazed and are well adjusted to make up for the debuffs we have. That's decent. But yeah, that leads us back to the Black House. You find yourself in front of a forbidden building, the crumbling ruin of some old government office. Its bureaucrats now replaced with regular rats. Let's explore it. Alright, yeah, that's that one. You poke around through the sad old offices and hallways, lamenting the fall of the reliable old structures we once depended on. Is this really the future? You sigh. A couple of minutes later you find an old safe full of meat, and your mood improves dramatically due to the short-term windfall. 29 meat, woohoo. There we are again. Let's go through the gate. What do we have here? You can't even figure this thing out enough to sabotage it. This machine indicates the level of ambient awfulness. Whatever this is measuring, you don't want any of it. Do we have here? Nothing? Uncle Murray looks worried but ready for action. Okay. Anything else over here? No, nothing of note here. So let's step inside. You rush into the foyer of the Black House. Murray leads you up a corridor and down a flight of stairs to a huge basement laboratory. The room is dominated by a massive writhing tear in space, seemingly confined to an Umbratanium frame. The president is typing furiously at a computer console nearby. She turns around momentarily when you enter. She glares at you, practically hissing. I knew I shouldn't have trusted that idiot Noel to deal with you. I noticed the shadow flow has dropped back to ambient levels. I assume that was your doing. Yeah, I busted your weird pillars and now I'm busting you. Ooh, oh no, I'd be real upset if you weren't too late. Oh, nuts. Yeah, nuts for you. The portal is open and after I make these last few calibrations, the Emperor of all Shadows will be summoned to this plane to kneel before me. I will rule this universe, not as the President of Shadows, but the Empress. Wow, that's a much bigger goal than I was expecting. Yeah, well, go big or go home, right? Anyway, don't try to stop me. Without my attention at this console to keep the reaction steady, this thing could implode and turn the whole tri-state area into a smoking crater. Jeez, okay, well, mind if I have a look around? Sure, whatever, just don't pester me unless you want everyone who ever heard of you to die. Oh, that looks horrible. Anything here? Oh, we could make some potions. I don't have miscellaneous chemicals. These chemicals are as dangerous as a barrel of monkeys with with shotguns for arms. That seems very dangerous. Anything else in here? A tool bench, of course. We have some anarchist hardware, but we don't really gain 3 AP and increase AP regen by 1. You know what? Now that would make it just trivial, right? I don't know what kind of fight we're gonna be up against, how strong it's gonna be, but like 3 additional AP, like 3 additional mind melts, and then the mysticality we would have. I mean, I'll take it just in case it's really, really dangerous. But yeah, let's stop for now. This bed clearly hasn't been slept in for weeks. A sad little hot plate on a sad medium-sized room temperature crate. Do some cooking. Right, that's that. No. Lot of engineering and occult books. Nothing really catches your eye. Anything else here? You're no expert, but this seems bad. Simone looks wary, but otherwise game. You're scared that if you interrupt her, the entire universe might blow up, or at least the tri-state area. Murray, you got anything to say? Murray is holding a weird something. Let's talk to him. What's that? An Yeah, an Umbratanium bomb. I cobbled it together from parts I found lying around while you were distracting the president. Good job. Oh, no problem. Yeah, that was intentional, but what's your plan exactly? From what she said, it sounded pretty bad to mess with this stuff. She's trying to summon something, right? I figure by applying enough pressure at just the right time, we can reverse the flow and make it an out portal instead of an in portal. Ah, I get it. So it'll suck her out into space and no more problem. Well, not exactly. Or rather, yes, but that's not the end of it. We also have to take care of whatever's waiting on the other side of that portal. Oh, you're saying I've got to go through and fight it, aren't you? I don't know if it'll be a literal fight or what, but yeah, that's the long and short of it, kiddo. This is the end game, and there's no coming back from this. Are you ready? Well, actually, let me be more explicit. This is literally the end game. Once I set off this bomb and you go through that portal, you can't come back, and the game ends one way or another. But nothing gets saved after you go, so you can reload back to here and keep playing afterwards. I don't really understand what you mean by that. That's okay, kiddo. It wasn't really you I was talking to. Okay, I'll see if I have some better buffs to apply to me. Right, what do I have? What effects do I have right now? Haunted, Inherent Stink. That's a boon. Being charged, Mysticality +4, Magical Weapon Attack, plus Mysticality plus Moxie. I think that's good enough. Let's talk to him. Yeah, I'm ready, let's do it. Okay, it was good seeing you again, kiddo. I think I got this bomb wired, so I can toss it and set it off from here by overloading this other who's it. Which hopefully won't end up getting me killed. But whatever happens, you gotta jump through right away. I don't know how much time you'll have. Okay, geez, be careful. You too, kiddo. Ready? Yeah. No! Ah, geez, okay. Resolution. You and Simone and the president and her machines and a sizable chunk of the floor appear in the middle of a pale void lit by the just arrived light of stars that burned out uncountable eons ago. Ah, no, what did you do? Threw a little monkey wrench into your plans? Don't try to act cool about this. You don't have the slightest idea what kind of power you're messing with. Oh yeah, like what? Welcome, playthings. You look over to the right, where you see a hovering swarm of giant mouths and eyes. You get the feeling that this is your brain's best attempt to render what you're actually seeing in a way that won't simply annihilate your mind. In particular, that. Oh, was this whole deal just a giant monkey's paw? Like, did I achieve unlimited power, ultimate power, but also got cursed to be constantly surrounded by morons? Hey! This portal frame still looks intact. Maybe I can reopen it and fix this. Oh, you can get us back? I can get me back and then continue with my plan to summon the Emperor to our universe under controllable conditions as intended, yes? What if I don't want you to do that? Do I look like someone who gives a hot crap what you want? Go away. Go die in the void. Sheesh, somebody's cranky. Oh, wow. Oh, hello there. Be not afraid. What do we have here? Take a closer look. The Umbratanium alloy portal frame. This technology is incomprehensible to you. You inspect the portal frame but can't think of anything to do with it that would help. Which implies that you missed some optional stuff, but that's what replays are for. Nuts. Ah well. Let's not be afraid. Hi, welcome to my realm. What are you? I am what the shadow is the shadow of. Nice job, if you can get it. It's a living. Try something Desperate, fight it, surrender to it, pry yourself away from the gaze. Huh. Let's try something desperate. Let's reason with it. I think mysticality is still our highest stat. Yeah, let's reason with it. Look, let's just discuss. Your words have no power here. Intimidated. Listen, Buster, you'd better. Ha ha ha. Smooth talk it. Hey, you seem like a pretty hip cat. Ridiculous. Well, you tried. Beg? Yeah. Let's try to fight it. Sure. If we fail, we can always reload. That's fine. Ha ha ha. Fight me? Very well. I will give you one chance. All or nothing. Sure. As you draw your weapons, you hear someone behind you. Hi, hello. Gabby is here to give the fight. Come on, sugar. Let's send this whelp back to whatever hole it crawled out of. You're not sure how they made it here, but you'll take all the help you can get. It's time. Oh, wow. You're just gonna do... You're gonna attack the one with the lowest HP for 49 spooky damage. Okay. You are not armored. Okay. You have... You're immune to bleeding, poison, and on fire. You're gonna deal 46 spooky damage to Simone and reduce her spooky armor by 14. You are gonna attack Mosquito. Oh my goodness. You are bathing in the shadow. Okay. Oh, you are first. Okay. We'll shoot a random enemy for 1 physical damage 8 times. That might get rid of the shield. And this... That's gonna reduce the muscle. Nah. Let's do that. At least the shield is gone. That's good. Now we can hit harder. Goodbye, Simone. Goodbye, Skeet. Okay, let's Spice Explosion them. You are being bathed in a shadow. You are gonna attack Clarence. You are gonna attack Clarence. You are gonna just straight up kill me. Okay. 42 damage by Mind Melt? Oh yeah, sure. Sure thing, bud. We can do that. Don't you worry about that. Should we just do another one? I mean, 22 damage is still a whole lot. And nothing else is gonna be more beneficial than that. Yeah, let's get rid of you. So at least I'm safe for the turn. And then you... Ooh, 28 physical damage. 28 physical damage. And you... You also take 28 physical damage. You know what? You're immune to bleeding, poison, and on fire. But you're not. We're just gonna have that passively continue to damage you. I think that's pretty decent. You can slap the President of Shadows. Like, healing will not have a point, especially by 5. That's like not gonna do anything. You can flap slap the mouth. That's fine. You punch the Shadow President. Wonderful. Goodbye, Clarence. Sorry about that. You could reduce the muscle. Or you could do like 8 damage overall. That's not really worth it. Let's reduce the muscle. Just in case. Okay, you are gonna attack you're gonna attack Molly. You are going to attack me. I do not like that. So I can attack you for 42. Sure, I'll do that. Take that, my friend. And then I could just take you out. What are you going to do? You're being empowered by the shadow. You're gonna do something very unpredictable at some point, aren't you? You know what? I usually don't do items all that much. Do I not have any smelling salts? Do I have something else? Well, you're not gonna do anything this turn. I can always take you out next turn. I'm going to mow you, yes. Goodbye to the Shadowcaster's Eye. You can... you're gonna take 9 damage. That's honestly kind of inconsequential. You guys are damage sponges for me, that's it. I'm going to... punch the mouth? Sure. Yeah, take some damage. Okay. You are going to attack... you're going to attack Gabby, right. Not a fan of that, but I don't know if I can prevent that even. Are you going to do something? You're not going to do something just yet. Okay. Oh, you are not as susceptible to that as the others. You know what? Screw it. This is some world-ending scenarios. Let's take a whiff from the Vigor Inhaler. I will Mind Melt you. And I'll do it again. I think I'll do it once more. I'll keep that one, just in case something horrible happens next round. And it's enough to take you out for now. Now you are going to do something, right? Shadow President, you're gonna do something? Now that they're gone? Oh, wow. Oh, we actually just did it. Okay. And now, a look at our room. The TV turns on, okay. Well, sometimes the best way to deal with a universe-destroying threat is to just hit it with something until it stops moving. Nice work. After the metaphorical smoke cleared, you found yourself stuck in the weird, extra-dimensional space where the final showdown happened. You waited and waited and waited. Murray's bomb blasted him past the borders of reality. He drifted outside of the world for a span of time that might have been 5 minutes or 5,000 years. The only way to be sure is to not press a key for 5,000 years, then you'll know if it was that long. A few weeks later, Jessica accidentally activated the failsafe interdimensional homing teleporter Murray had left in one of his desk drawers. She was looking for a pen. You and Murray were wrenched through the ether and unceremoniously dumped on the floor of the antique store. After spending a reasonable amount of time patting one another on the back, you started searching for the next eldritch horror on Murray's big list of cosmic threats. The world is always under existential threat if you know where to look, and Murray always knows where to look. Chase Blaze did a brisk trade until the end of Prohibition, at which point it did an even brisker one. When they started televising underground bare-knuckle boxing, Gabby got really excited and joined the league. Her combat style was a mixture of different martial arts that came to be known as super weird fighting. Molly went on to become the most notorious bank robber of her era. She was last seen somewhere in Bolivia. Simone went on to become the chair of the SIT Robotectronics department. The streets of Ocean City are fairly dangerous due to the constant brawling of rival gangs. King Johnny got the camp loaded into the ocean, with Samuel doing most of the heavy lifting. Thanks to Ovid and Croesus, the expedition was comfortable and well funded. Sure, it got boring at times, but Howie entertained folks with his harmonica, and Dusty brought a deck of cards. Whenever anybody got scratched up or seasick, Doc was there to provide some medical attention. The nights were cold, but between Beatrice's wool and Calendula's moonshine, everybody kept pretty cozy. They ate well thanks to Walter's fishing prowess. Cornelius and Beanie provided cornbread and beans. Mossman provided fine herbs and exotic spices. After a long and difficult journey, they arrived at the land they had promised to themselves. They founded a new nation. A nation of hobos, by hobos, for hobos, with liberty and justice for hobos. Marvin went on to set the world record for mailbox sitting. He held the record for nearly a week. He has recently become interested in flagpoles. The bishop inspection resulted in the vicar of St. Polycarp's being demoted to half-deacon. Miss Brewster's home for traveling salesmen. With that whole grisly murder business behind her, Miss Brewster went on to win the Boarding House of the Decade Award from the International Salesman League. SIT's astronomy program continued to be no less dumb than SIT's astrology program. Your Spider students decided to do a little bit of field research in Crystal Dream Valley. It went about as well as you'd expect. Clem and Jarvis Schlitz evaded capture by adopting the aliases Jarvis James and Clem Bartels, respectively. After Prohibition ended, they had a long and illustrious career in the getting people drunk industry. In 1981, Mudhenge was acquired by the Stonehenge Corporation, renamed Stonehenge Mud, and shut down. With your help, Rhonda Rasmussen became the first person in history to fly all the way around the swamp. Her fame lasted until nearly a month later, when Charles Lindbergh was seen buying a new set of shoelaces. Haim Quarry went bankrupt after the workers fled in the night. Most of them made it back to the city and found new jobs, which could not possibly have been worse than their old ones. The loss of Tom and Kathy plunged Largemouth Bass and Sons into a succession crisis. In the chaos, the bastard Reboner returned from exile and made his claim to the throne. Although Tom and Kathy's judge wig business never took off domestically, they were knighted in Albion for services to judicial fashion. Paul Leathers used his new tongue to preach non-violence and counseled many a troubled youth away from a life of big game hunting. John Leathers was convicted of male manslaughter and is preparing himself to be sent to a penal colony on Mars. The kid with the glasses spent a week bragging after you proved his theory about big hands. The plant kid will happily wear Mossman's mustache for the rest of his life. The chemist kid is still reeling from the whiff of the smell of the wisp you brought her. The radio kid still proudly wears the feather you brought him from Barbara Yagara. The kid with the wrench still tells stories about the time you captured the Chupanaranya. The fly girl is still grateful for the chest hair you brought her from Flemberg. Will Hunter moved to international waters to escape federal prosecution for marble fraud. The Molros place remained uninhabited until the 1990s, when it became a hotbed for swinging, sexy singles. With no natural predators to thin out their numbers, McMillan-Cuddy's sheep bred out of control. He went on to become the region's primary supplier of both mittens and muttons. Despite all your efforts, the Maze stay pretty much exactly the same. Forever. Billy made sure of that. The end. Shadows of a Loathing by Asymmetric Games. I'm not gonna read all that. I'm gonna use the moment to just say, generally speaking, what I thought of the game, and I had a blast with it. Like, an absolute blast. Now, of course, I missed some things. Like, games like this, it's also true for Shadows over Loathing. Yeah, that was a smart thing to say. It's also true for the West of Loathing. It's very easy to miss things, to fumble side quests, but there's so many of them that even if you miss some of them, you'll still have a great time. I might replay that at some point in my own time. Maybe I'll look at spoilers to find out how to do certain things that I didn't manage to do this time around, but I'm not gonna stream it or record it or do anything like that. That's more of a thing I might do in my own free time. But yeah, no, I had a great time with this. Ooh, some pets. They had some pets they want to mention. Moxie. Alright. Yeah, thanks so much for playing our game. We know it took significant time and effort to get here, and we appreciate your attention and endeavors. You rock. If you've enjoyed Shadows over Loathing, you might also enjoy West of Loathing, which I have played through like 3 times. Available now on Steam or the Nintendo Switch to be or a free browser-based game, The Kingdom of Loathing, on the internet. I started playing that, but I didn't keep playing for all that long. But yeah, let's exit to the title screens. Now, thank you very much for watching this, and I'll see you next time, just in a different game. Because now there's a slot open that needs to be filled, and since Hades 2 is gonna be coming out at some point this year, maybe, who knows, I decided to go through the other games Supermassive Games have made. So this slot on YouTube will be filled at first by Bastion, then by Transistor, and then by Pyre, and I might throw in a couple of games of Hades as well, though I have played so much of that game that I have really done everything I ever wanted to do in that game. But yeah, in preparation for Hades 2 I'm gonna be playing those games, so stay tuned for that. But I'm not gonna do that today. I'm not up for a long stream today, so you'll see that some other day. But anyways, thank you very much for watching again, and yeah, see you then. Goodbye.